Atiku Adeleke lose ticket as court registers ADC Accord Party. They register ADC ke? I don't understand. Is this a real news? The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission (Inec) to deregister the African Democratic Congress (ADC) and 4 other political parties for persistently failing to meet constitutional performance threshold. Justice Peter Lifo delivered the ruling in a suit filed by the National Forum of Former Legislators, marked FAC/ABJ/CS/2637/2026. The plaintiff asked the court to determine whether the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) was constitutionally obligated to deregister political parties that failed to meet the threshold set out in Section 225A of the 1999 Constitution. The suit further relied on provision of the Electoral Act 2022 and INEC's regulation, which were cited as reinforcing the constitutional requirements for party registrations and continued existence. The other parties affected are the Action People's Party, Action Alliance, Accord Party, and Zenith Labour Party. The plaintiff argued that the 5 parties had persistently failed to meet the constitutional benchmarks required to retain their registration, which includes winning at least 25% of votes in a state during the presidential election or securing at least 1 elected seat at the national, state, or local government level. The former legislator told the court that the ADC and the 4 other parties performed poorly in both the 2020 elections and subsequent by-elections, failing to win seats across key tiers of government, and insisted that their continued existence as recognized political parties were unlawful and undermined the integrity of the electoral system. Among the relief sought, the plaintiff urged the court to declare that INEC is duty-bound to deregister such parties and to compel the Commission to do so before preparations for the 2027 elections advanced further. The plaintiff also asked the court to restrain the 5 parties from participating in elections or engaging in political activities, such as campaigns, rallies, and primaries, and to bar INEC from recognizing or dealing with them unless they strictly comply with constitutional provisions. The ruling could have implications for the prospects of candidates from affected political parties, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who has been linked with the African Democratic Congress (ADC), as well as Governor Ademola Adeleke of the Accord Party. It is well, maybe they sort them by themselves. It also APC should be the first party to be deregistered. Leave opposition alone. Face the masses if you know you have done well. At best it says, trust Phoenix News at your own risk. I'm telling you, like this particular one, I don't really think I believe it. At Salis it says, Nigeria, we are practicing democracy, not democracy. If you have the power, judiciary will be in your pocket. I'm telling you. Olonriwa says Tinubu is afraid of losing the election, whether he likes it or not. Nigeria has rejected him. Now, ending suffering will buy anyone that votes for this man. He or she and their family will do good thing in life. You have 33 governors, you still don't want opposition, and Nigerians are suffering under your government. It is well, they play. Sophie Losago says, if he doesn't want opposition, he should wait for the outcome. Ketaye says, this is not democracy, this is crazy. Crazy. Ifeanyi Egwago says, the appeal court is still there. God says, Peter Obi was wise enough to jump over Atiku and Tinubu's trap. I'm telling you. Patrick says, this judge that gave this judgment now is a total disgrace to his family. Big criminal. Hey, it is well. Kemiglo says, but why is this country a free country? This is all open day rubbish and Broadway robbery. Not be smart thing. Adaga says, nice one for Atiku and Kenneth to go for with the rest. Sunday says, these courts are bent on setting this country on fire. I'm telling you, they are part of our problem. As a major part of our problem in Nigeria. Definitely a tool of destruction to democracy in the hands of few vagabond politicians. But Tunde says, I don't understand though, because some members of the House of Representatives were elected through ADC in the last election. How come now? I don't know. Saidi says this government is trying to wreck the electoral process and it is unacceptable. Exactly. They are trying to do everything possible to make sure that this man is the one that will win election. It will not work for them. They are lying. Someone says, I belong to any political party, but it is wrong now to say that they should be deregister them. Another ABS wants to start again like June 12. They should stop this their useless law. You people want to cause crisis. This time around, no forgiveness. So most of these people are political monsters. They are the ones sponsoring terrorists, wasting people's life. Tinubu better talk to them, okay? Azan says they are all reading scripts written by the government in power. The take is having all opposition parties political wings clicked, but Nigerians will vote based on their being duly registered by Inec, not members of a political party. Okay? John Bosco says sound judgment. What the judge pronounced is exactly what the Constitution and the electoral said. Okay, judiciary is the root of our problem in Nigeria. Yes, I said it too. They are the major cause of our problems in Nigeria. Peter Frank says yes, so this way it's coming, obviously. Olita says, to me, this is a joke. For the fact that I don't support that power, I should shift to the north in 2027. That doesn't mean that I should not say the truth. ADC and other political parties should reject this judgment and go to appeal court. Appeal court safe. The people really there. They are controlled. Every court is under somebody's jurisdiction. It is subject to somebody's authority, and we know who that person is. It is when it says Tinubu is not by force to rule us. You are failed awfully. Nobody wants you. But at least some people will say Tinubu is working. Even government, why Tinubu can't let opposition party breathe? Do you get? What's your problem? If you are doing well, why are you stressing? Why are you disturbing people up and down? Since okay, says DPC has successfully completed buying of opposition parties. Megadi says all these nonsense are happening under the watch of Tinubu admin. Is this how he met the nation? Why have people sold their conscience and their generation because of money? God forbid, it can never be well with this government. Lady Afra says Tinubu is building problem. Wale says, hey, where these people are directing this country, honestly, only God knows where it's going to end. When God says, APC, God will judge people by your work. Amen. Amen. Yusuf says, why exactly Tinubu wants to be derived from one party system? I wonder, unopposed will not work in Nigeria. It will not. He will only keep trying. It will not work for him. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.